Are we live? Okay, hopefully y'all can hear me. Um I don't know how to work this live thing and never been live on YouTube. Well, I have, but it's been a while. Um so anyway, I just really wanted to talk about um you know, child abuse. I wanted to talk about dealing with CPS, DCFS, whatever it is called in your state. Um, and just, the abuse of power, pretty much. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Um, Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. And yeah, we're gonna get started. So anyway, a lot of people has been saying stuff like, well, it makes no sense what you're saying because you're saying that the baby was stuck in the door, in the screen door, and you don't make any sense. It's literally common sense. If you would listen clearly to what I'm saying, I'm breaking it down in detail, letting you know, I don't even know if y'all can hear me or not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think so. Hold on. Let me see. Let me try to okay, like I said, I don't know how to work this. Maybe I'm gonna try to go in another room where I know I can be heard for sure. So bear with me. Bear with me. But anyway, it's just common sense, and people don't use their common sense. People don't use their common sense. They just feel like I'm lying about everything. And honestly, I don't really pay attention to the trolls anyway on YouTube because it's a lot of them. And also, it was a lot of, comments. It was a lot of comments. So I was just reading through some of them, and then I had came across one that said, "You don't make any sense. What you're saying, how can a baby be stuck between the door, the main door, and the screen door?" So basically, let me break it on down again. Like I was saying, the baby, we heard a baby crying. Okay, when we backed up in the middle of the street, and we walked up on the porch, the baby was literally stuck between the screen door and the main door. I don't know if that's too hard to comprehend or what, but it shouldn't be. He couldn't move. He couldn't move. He was stuck between. He somehow made his way out of the door, the main door. It was a wooden door, okay? He somehow made his way out of the main door, and it must have got shut on him by whoever or whatever the case is. And then the screen door was also locked in, like he was locked in. It's obvious that the screen door must have already been closed already. But when he made his way out of the house, whoever it was must have pushed the door on him and locked him between the main door and the screen door. Do you know how painful that can be for a 2-year-old child to be stuck between two doors that's locked? Well, I can't really say the main door was locked because it was unlocked. But to be stuck between two doors that's closed in on him, he couldn't even move. The girl said that the boy was already out there, you know, We had just came outside. We got in the car and we pulled off. And the girl had said that she was sitting on the porch the whole time and she heard him screaming and hollering. So you mean to tell me like you pretty much ignored him screaming and hollering? My husband, like I said, had to take all his strength to pull the screen door so that it can open. Once it opened, he just ran into the doggone house. He was trapped. So, I mean, it is like it's literally common sense. I don't get it. You know, people keep saying I'm lying or I don't make sense. Like I said, I don't pay attention to the trolls or whatever, but I really just wanted to break that down because that's kind of like the third or fourth comment that I saw where a person was basically saying that it makes no sense. You know, I'm making it up. Another thing is I was doing everything for cloud, you know, just didn't want to, I didn't record a child being stuck. Why would I want to record a child being stuck in a door if we're busy trying to save his life? That makes no sense at all. People just literally don't make any sense. Anyway, I'm trying to see if he was screaming and hollering and crying for that long, where was his parents? Like, I know they was in the house, but what the hell were they doing? This baby was screaming to the top of his lungs. The little girl was standing behind the door the whole time that her brother was stuck between the main door and the screen door. And the mom finally comes to the door, high as a damn kite, you know. I don't know what she was off, like I said. And here you have DCFS coming and knocking on other people's doors for hearsay. It just don't make sense. When y'all got real life situations out here that y'all really need to be handling. Like kids running out in the middle of the doggone street. Like babies being stuck indoors in 95 degree weather. Another thing is like that baby had to be saved immediately because not only was the first responders not coming to help, but I'm not about to sit here and I'm not about to wait and keep waiting for somebody that I know for a fact is not going to show up until they feel like it, you know, in 95-degree weather. And the 2-year-old is actually stuck between the main door and the screen door. Do you not know that that screen door was burning his skin? Do you not know that the fact that he was trapped, he could not move at all? He couldn't move. Crazy. But you got people that's telling me I should have took the time out to record that for their satisfaction. Like I was thinking about YouTube. Like I was sitting up here thinking to myself, oh, let me record this real quick. Him being, look, y'all, it's a little baby being, he's trapped between the screen door and the main door. So let me record for y'all satisfaction instead of trying to help him. That's what's wrong with the world. They just want to see negativity all day long. Makes no sense. For real. So, like I said, you got real life situations happening out here. CPD ain't trying to save them. EMS ain't trying to save them. Definitely not DCFS. They worried about all the wrong stuff. That's the situation right there. DCFS is always worried about hearsay because they feel like those are easy targets or whatever the case is. But like they know when a parent is not going to come to the door. They know when you're going to ignore them. They already know what it is. Sometimes they don't even try to take the time out to investigate those situations. They don't even come out to the house. They'll say they will and they don't show up. And then you'll have to keep calling and keep calling. Then when they do come out, they knock on the door a few times, they leave. But if a person say, oh yeah, she's abusing, I just want to make a call in that she's abusing her child. She hit her kid. She whooped her kid. Hearsay. Don't even got like real evidence. They take that and they go to the mom's house, knocking on her door. Once they see that she's cooperative, she's a very easy target to them at that point. Now she's under investigation because of what somebody else said. But y'all be sitting up here talking about just call CPS. Oh my God. Like, they're really not going to do anything, especially if they know that these people are not easy targets. There's really nothing that they can do at that point. So, and then it's people like, people, a lot of people don't even really have experience with DCFS or CPS or whatever you call them in your state. A lot of people don't have no experience with those people that come knock on their door trying to snatch their kids up. They just hear about stuff like that on the internet or like on the news or whatever like that, and then they hear about stuff like this all the time, so they just feel like it's easy for these people to come in, swoop in and help. No, it's not. That's not how it works. It's a whole lot of stuff that comes with that. And like I said before in my other videos, like, you have rights as a parent. You have the right to tell their asses to get the hell up out your house. You got a right to not even answer your door. You got a right to not even answer their calls if you don't want to. You literally have a right to not cooperate with them if you don't want to. Because it's not a law stating that you have to cooperate. The only time cooperation comes in is when you open your door and you let them demons right up in your house. That's the only time. But like I said, you can still tell them that they need to leave. Period. Now, if there's a well-being check and the police come knocking on your door and they find that they have probable cause to kick your door down and come on up in there, like for instance, if they looking through your windows and they see some kids screaming and hollering, or they see you in the window getting high in front of your kids, or finna damn near kill the kids, then they're gonna kick your door open. If they see kids being left unattended inside of the house when they get there, then they have a right to kick the door open. So it's just that, like, people be so quick to say certain stuff, and they don't even understand that it's a whole lot that comes with that, and then the abuse of power, the scare tactics. These people use scare tactics all the time. They try to tell you, certain things like, well, it's a possibility your parental rights can be taken away from you. still taken away from you if you don't sign off on this paper. You have to sign off on this paper, blase, blase. You know, there was a report that came in, and we have to take custody of your child now. Well, if you in my domain, you're not about to. You don't even have to. They use like, oh yeah, well we're gonna have to call the police. You can call them, but it's laws set in place. So I know I have rights, and like I said, nobody can make you do anything.